Hi everyone. So today I'd like to talk to you about remaining balanced, and I'd like to use the analogy of a house with 4 rooms. Now the symbology of the house is that you are essentially the house, and the 4 rooms in the house are representative of your mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, and physical health. Now on a mental health level, everything starts with your thoughts. So become aware of where your thoughts are. At first, important just to create the awareness and not necessarily put too much energy into trying to change the thoughts, but just be aware of where they are. Once you've realized where your thoughts go, especially now, it's quite easy for you to go into fear and panic. So when you see that happening, a very helpful tool is something called reframing. So you take that thought and you convert it into a positive thought that feels better, that brings about a better feeling on an emotional level as well. So, for example, if right now you're working from home and that's very new for you and you're possibly battling to get into a routine, you could reframe that and go, I'm so fortunate that I'm working, that I can still earn an income, that I have a home to work from, that this is an opportunity for me to create a theme of self-motivation. What does that look like? Let's wake up the same time every day. Let's get into a routine. Let's do something that will help me to feel and be successful. So constantly to reframe. I mean, right now this virus is causing a lot of change in the world. There's lots of negative things to it, obviously, but there's a lot of positive things too. So this is the opportunity for us to get closer to those nearest to us, to find new ways of doing things, etc. So the art of reframing can help in many different ways. On the level of emotional health, the most important thing you can do right now is to be aware of what emotion you're feeling, to give that emotion space to be expressed, to be honored, and then to release that emotion. As human beings, we are emotional, and it is important to express those emotions, to identify those emotions, because if you don't, they become suppressed, they fester, and they just get worse and worse and worse. So it's very important to allow that emotion when it comes to have its place and then to let it go. With regards to physical health, not everybody has access to areas to exercise. So the best thing you can do is just to do what you can. And if that means planking in front of your TV at night, or just doing some push-ups in the morning, or jumping jacks in your garden, whatever the case may be, just try and do something every day to get that energy moving. Then on a spiritual health level, obviously prayer and meditation is ideal. The beauty of spirituality is that it allows you to have the process of surrendering. So when something's out of your control, it's the process of handing that over to a higher power or to something outside of yourself. And that also gives a certain amount of relief, because it's as if you're taking it off your shoulders and you're passing it onto something else. So if you don't have necessarily a very strong spiritual belief system, then meditation is also wonderful for that. And meditation doesn't have to be about connecting to a higher power. It can simply be about calming the body down, creating clarity, creating a space for creativity. And one can use breathing exercises for that. So I'd like to share a breathing exercise with you today. And it is very simple. You can do it anywhere. And it's really just connecting with the breath, which is something we have with us all the time, doesn't cost us anything, and we can use it anytime, any place. And the nice thing about doing breathing exercises is that eventually, when you find yourself in a stressful situation, you naturally start doing these things as well, doing these breathing exercises. So the one I want to share with you today is a 3-stage breathing exercise. And the first stage is to breathe out of the nose and then in through the nose. And then you do that 7 times. The next one is out through the nose, in through the mouth, and you do that 7 times. And then out through the mouth and in through the mouth, and you do that 7 times. And you keep repeating that. And every time you find that your mind is wandering, you just bring it back to the breathing. And the nice thing is with counting and focusing on how many breaths you're doing, you can just focus on that. It becomes all about the number and the counting. The other option, if that doesn't really resonate with you, is called a little death breath meditation. It sounds much worse than what it is, but what it is, if you picture a square and you breathe in for 7, you hold for 7, you breathe out for 7, you hold for 7, and you keep doing that. It doesn't have to be counts of 7. It can be any count that suits you. So if your natural out breath to emptying your lungs is 4, then keep it as 4 all the way around. So choose the number that suits you and then stick with that. And that will automatically calm all the bodies down. And just back to the analogy of the house with the 4 rooms, it's very important to spend some time in every single room every single day to remain balanced. And that is the key of the whole message today. So meditation is great, but it's important to ensure that all the bodies are cared for. And right now, doing the absolute best that you can. And if you need help, feel free to call on me. You can find me on shanshan.co.za, and all my contact details are there, on YouTube, or Shanshan Mind Body Soul Balance on Facebook. Reach out. I'll happily help you through any techniques that you need. I specialize in stress management as well. So right now that might be very helpful to many people. And also right now a lot of people find a lot more time on their hands. So if there is something that you wanted to work through that you've never had the time for, now is the perfect time to go inward and to work through these issues. And I'm available, and any sessions can be held over Zoom, WhatsApp call, or Microsoft Teams, or whatever platform you prefer. And this is a perfect time to work through things you maybe not have had the chance before. So look after yourselves until we connect again. Thank you.